Hi, this is Vince, AutoRestorationVideos.com. Check out my website. Click on my Facebook link business page to find out more information on this project. Today we're going to show you how to repurpose a pizza box. That is, if you want to do some touch-up work on your front rotors. Alright? Now lots of times rotors in between all those cooling holes, all in the sides, alright, going all the way around, man, you get all kinds of tons of rust in there. Alright? You want to do away with that. I think that will kill the rotor just as fast as the brake shoes were, or the brake pads. So what you want to do, either sandblast that thing or get yourself some like heavy-duty, heavyweight 24 coat or 36 coat, heavy-duty sandpaper, almost like emery type paper, like stuff that's on a belt. Alright, don't get none of this Chinese sandpaper stuff. Forget that stuff. You want to get something with a real heavy backing, so you know you can roll it up in like a little tube and get in those holes. This is if you don't have a sandblaster or something. You got to get in there and get all that rust loose. Just get it a little loose, alright? We're going to take care of that. Just get rid of the loose stuff. You can go in there pretty much, I'd say you can get like maybe 50 or 60% just with a wire brush going over on the outside, but then you still got to get in there just a little bit. Don't forget now, we're going to be spraying the inside of this thing with a rust converter. Alright, so it doesn't have to all come off. As a matter of fact, it's better off if it doesn't all come off. Alright, because it converts that rust into some kind of weird product, something, I don't know. Well, what you want to do first, we're going to do some repurposing on this job. Repurpose, yeah. I'm sure you people out there got some pizza boxes laying around. That's all you need. And you will need yourself a compass. Now just make circles, you know. Use this stuff in grade school. Get one of it off your kid or something. And get a white marking pencil. And then you need yourself a little ruler. You have to go out to your car and you have to measure the hub. Alright? This is the part with all the bolts in it. Measure the hub. I came up, let me see. What did I come up? 6.5 inches. Alright? And then you have to measure how thick your rotor is past. Well, past the hub. Alright? Then I got 2.25, I believe. Let me double check that. Yep, 2.25. 2.25 inches. So first thing you want to do is make a hole that measurement in your pizza box. Alright? Just go ahead and draw it in and make your hole, then cut it out with a safety razor. A safety razor is the one that you get in like a hardware store, and one side has rolled over metal so you don't cut yourself when you're cutting this thing out. Alright? Then what you want to do, measure 2.25 inches past this hole. Alright? I got to go back a bit here. And then you got to mark that hole too. So this is it. Mark both lines, the outer diameter and the inner diameter at the same time. Alright? It's better that way because you won't have no place to put your compass in the middle if you cut that middle piece out. Alright? Now, I'm going to get my razor and I'm going to cut it around here. Now, what are you going to do with this, you probably say? This is going to be our mask. We're going to put this right over the hub. It's going to protect that painted surface that's on there. Alright? Now, what we're going to be using is a rust converter from Rust.wmv. Alright? It's a rust, I think it's Rust Restore. Well, I'll show you the can in a little while. And we're going to spray it on like, not dead on, because if we spray it at a complete like 90-degree angle from this hole, we could get some on the backside too. So we're going to spray it at almost like a 45-degree angle. So any kind of overspray will just overshoot that rotor. This way we don't have to mask the back of the rotor. So you can do this on your car. All right? You don't have to take it off or do anything. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this other piece out here, and then I'll see you outside in my shop, and we'll see what we're going to do next. Now, after you have all your loose rust removed, you can get a little wire brush like this even. Alright, you can go over it. Then get yourself some of that little like heavy duty emery paper, you know, and just stick it in here and clean it out a little bit. Then you got to blow it all off with the air gun, or you know, you can go get a can of air or something if you don't have a compressor. Then you want to go to like some kind of store like Walmart or something, or Home Depot, and get some of this Rust-Oleum rust reformer. Now, I used this already, and my experience, it works pretty good. Probably one of the best ones out there. Now, don't forget we have all this rust here. Now, you don't have to take your caliper off, but since I was rebuilding it, you know, I had it off anyway. I figured before I put it on, I might as well go ahead and just anchor this rust that's on here already, whatever, you know, because you want this really get bad, because then it'll clog it up and your rotor will actually overheat on you. It'll have more of a tendency to warp. Not only that, but then your pedal will start thumping. You have all kinds of problems. So what you want to do is just give this a little shot like this. You notice I'm not shooting back here, because you don't want to get any on the back. We don't have the back mast. Okay? Then what we're going to do, we're just going to rotate this down a little more. Like so. Give a little more of a shot. So basically, that's about it. That's what you can do with a pizza box. This is Vince, Auto Restoration Videos.com. Check out my website. Click on my Facebook link to find out maybe more detailed information on this. But I don't know how much more I can do. This is a pretty simple job. Oh, I also have a little bit of rust in here that I'm going to have to touch up. And that shouldn't be too much of a problem. I'm going to go ahead and finish this off now. Okay, people, good luck to your next project. And think about repurposing some of the recyclables you have laying around. Okay, have a good one. P.S. If you get a little overspray underneath, just wipe it off. Not a big deal. No need to get nervous. This paint doesn't like to stick to surfaces that don't have rust. That's good for you. Okay, that's it for sure this time. Toodaloo.